How's it going, everyone? Daniel Rodriguez here, aka Big D, and it's time to review another classic movie. This time, this is a 1987 movie directed by Sam Raimi. This is a sequel to one of the most shocking and one of my most favorite horror movies from 1981, the early 80s era. Man, of course, we're talking about. This is a sequel to The Evil Dead. And let me tell you that it is, I'm going to do a non-spoiler review in here and a spoiler review in here. So I'm going to get my non-spoiler review out of the way. For those who haven't seen it, like the younger generation or something, if you're watching this, you never seen Evil Dead 2, you don't want to be spoiled, I'll tell you right now whether you should see it or not. And then I'll get into the spoilers, which it's been out since 87, this movie I'm about to review. So if you haven't seen it since 1987, then, well, you know, you're a lost cause. Or else you should just go ahead and check it out. Please go ahead and check this out. But I'm going to be reviewing just a movie that Bruce Campbell, so it stars Bruce Campbell, basically, that's all you need to know. Bruce Campbell, horror movie, a chainsaw, and it's just groovy. So ladies and gentlemen, this is my non-spoiler and spoiler review for Evil Dead 2. Alright, so let's get the non-spoiler just out of the way. Real quick, Bruce Campbell, and here, if you don't know Bruce Campbell, man, watch Burn Notice, or watch, Briscoe County Jr., or, Ash vs. Evil Dead, that's coming out really soon. Just Bruce Campbell, look him up, man. He's a comedian, he's an actor. He goes to WizardCon and Comic-Con a lot, so, you can always go and check him out and see him. He's a very funny guy. And him in this movie, if you haven't seen the first Evil Dead, I do recommend you to watch Evil Dead 2 first, because when you think about it, the Evil Dead 1, it's basically, it throws it away. Like, Evil Dead 1 is amazing, and it has its own legs to stand on, but when you watch Evil Dead 2 and you see the opening, you're kind of like, well, Evil Dead 1 was a waste when you think about it. It was a waste, like, wow. But, in a way, this movie, is it worth watching for those who haven't seen it non-spoiler-wise? Watch this movie. It's fun, it's gory, it's not meant to win an Oscar, it's just a fun, entertaining movie. Chainsaw, gallons of blood, humor in here, laughable, somewhat creepy you out, who's in my cellar, and just a bunch more, man. So definitely, if you have not seen this movie and you're younger and you're like, Evil Dead 2, what is this? What is this sorcery? Well, you're going to want to watch it because it is fun as hell. It's entertaining. Get the popcorn out, tell your parents to come and watch some Deadites get kicked. Their asses kicked by Ashley J. William. So, yeah, go see it if you haven't. Now to the actual spoiler review with the pros and cons and final score. So, if you haven't watched it, non-spoiler, go watch it now. Spoiler time. Let's get right to it. First off, the pros. I just gotta say, Bruce Campbell, man. Bruce Campbell in here is fantastic. He's just so awesome as Ash. You see him as Ash. And as the character, he does progress through this movie. You see him going from a transition, and especially in the scene where the deer and everyone's laughing, like, ha 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 ha, and he's like, and he looks at the camera and he's like, ha 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 ha, and then he's at the lamp and he's like, oh, and he's laughing, and then he starts to like, oh, and he gets all angry and sad, and then just from there on out, you see where when Ash is going mad, you're going mad with him. I literally was feeling, what? This guy cuts his hand off. And he's like, who's laughing now? And I'm like, holy crap, this guy is not right in the head. And you literally feel your head getting a little, this is really hypnosis up in there, man. This is really getting crazy into your head and actually getting deep inside. And it already broke your skull, so it's already inside the brain. So you go crazy with this movie, so you gotta be careful also. But Bruce Campbell in here, he's fantastic. He's very enjoyable. He's a likable character. And no, I'll just say that. The effects in this movie, man. For a 1987 movie, the practical effects in here, I really did enjoy the 1981 The Evil Dead movie. The effects in there were really nice. They were really fun for its time. Now today it's laughable. Yes, it is laughable. Now today it's still laughable, the 1987 effects, but for its time, going to see it in the theater, I'm pretty sure that those effects were like, hell yeah, man, look at those effects, dude. And the dimension thing that's pulling him in, he's like, no, he's holding on and everything. Like, those effects, there are a lot of cool effects, and it has like the camera where he's like, you could tell Bruce Campbell's just hitting the air, but then they add the creature and everything. So just the way they do it, I definitely feel like it should get recognition that the effects are one of the main parts of the movie, the Deadites, and the makeup effects, and even they redo the opening, which is another pro, or not another pro, I'm sorry, but the way that they redo the opening, and they get it done within like the first 5 minutes, and the way they do it, it's just so, it's so well written by Sam Raimi, and that's another pro right there, Sam Raimi and his directing and his writing. This movie, without Sam Raimi directing, I don't know how it would have ended up being. I love the way Sam Raimi directs, but I do have to say that I do enjoy the Evil Dead 1 just a little bit more, with the way that the whole story, the directing, and Ted Raimi had to step in, and a lot of the actors were getting sick and they ended up leaving, and they had barely had a budget. Like, so the Evil Dead 2 to the Evil Dead 1, the experience of behind the scenes, I appreciate the Evil Dead 1 more than Evil Dead 2, but still, the way that the directing of Sam Raimi and the writing and the way that he makes these characters, Bobby Joe, you will definitely fall in love with Ash and a few other characters, especially at the end. The blood, there's a bunch of gallons of blood in this movie, man, that just, wow. I mean gallons of blood that are unnecessary. Very well done, and then the effects too, how it sucks back into the wall and everything, that was really cool. It's crazy, again, it makes you go crazy, and also, if you don't like the ending, it sets up for Army of Darkness. I have not seen Army of Darkness yet. I do own it, but I will watch it soon. The ending of this movie, I can't imagine being in the theaters and being like, oh crap, are they gonna make a third one? It seems like they're gonna make a third one, and then having to wait like 5 or 6 years just for the third one to be made. That is torture enough as it is. So that's pretty crazy. Also, the cast and the characters, the way they're written. Of course, the characters are going to die, most of them, obviously. Like Bobby Joe and everything. But the way that Bobby Joe was handled, it was almost another tree rape scene. But the way that she was like spun and like dragged, that was pretty intense. The way that the girl stabbed Bobby Joe's boyfriend, and just all that, like the effects with Evil Ash when he's like a Deadite, and he's like, and he's moving all weirdly. That was perfectly well done by Bruce Campbell. Well acted. I was scared. It creeped me out. Some parts actually got me scared. And even the final boss battle, per se, when that monster's through the door, that gets you there. So it's scary. It's creepy at times. I do be honest. I got a little scared. I got scared more than Evil Dead 1. And I love Evil Dead 1 as the behind the scenes and everything. But for Evil Dead 2, I have to say it's better than Evil Dead 1. It's more enjoyable. I enjoy the directing more in Evil Dead 1, but for here, more enjoyable, more action. They actually use a chainsaw, more jokes, and Ash is more of a badass than, you bastards, why are you torturing me like this? So it's more like that, more badass Ash. The only cons, really, are they redid the opening, and then again, what's the point? What's the point of owning the Evil Dead 1 if they redid the opening? Because it's a great movie. Look, that was never in the movie. He never had he had a chainsaw, but he never cut anybody up really with it, so it's kind of, pointless. But either way, they redid the opening, and it kind of got me pissed. I was like, I bought the Evil Dead 1, and but the way that they did it within the 5 minutes and they reconstructed it again, it's just, I guess his sister never died. Does he have a sister? I guess it doesn't matter. I guess those actors went through hell just for nothing, like making the movie. So, okay, whatever. Doesn't ruin the movie, but it just, the redid opening kind of like, wow, Sam, you couldn't have just picked off where Ash was getting possessed. You couldn't just have started there? Okay. Also, the string. There's a part where an actor is like, opening and we will kill you. And you see the string. I saw the string and I was like, it's 1987, guys. Wizard of Oz could do it better without seeing a string. And you saw the string holding the guy. I was like, okay, well, that ruined the part for me. I was like, oh, I see him holding. I know it's a string and everything, but when you see it, it kind of just brings you out of the illusion for a second. And they changed Ash from the first one. Ash used to be, sure, he used to be more, Ash from the first Evil Dead is not the same Ash from the second one now, because they changed him up a lot. And it kind of like, oh, wow, you know, because we grew to love Ash from the first one, and now the second one, he's a badass, but he's just, I wish we had the version from the first one, seeing his friends die, having to kill his girlfriend, even though he did in this one. I just wish we saw the original first Ash, then just him and his girlfriend instead of his sister and everything dying. You know, I wish we just saw that version, because it turned out a little bit different. But either way, I'm going to give the Evil Dead 2 an A-, a 9.20 out of 10. It is a great horror movie. It's enjoyable. I recommend you guys just to own it. Honestly, on Blu-ray, it looks pretty sexy. There's a bunch of audio commentary did by Don, The Chosen One, Madman, Sam, Dead Effects, Reanimated, Method of Madness, Rosebud, Road to Wadesboro, and Cabin Fever. I mean, so much stuff going on in this package, man. So, seriously, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope all of you enjoyed. Make sure every week I usually go see a new movie. Agent 47 going on right now, American Ultra, maybe Sinister 2. So, check it out on my channel and weeks to come if you're watching this later on in the year. So thanks again for watching. Go check out the Evil Dead 1, my movie review for that. I'll be reviewing Army of Darkness pretty soon. So thanks again for watching. Hope all of you enjoyed. Comment down below. Let me know what did you think about the Evil Dead 2. And I'll see you all later. May the spot be with you always. How's it going, everyone? I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to also check out my other videos. I do TV show reviews, movie reviews. I do also game reviews and game unboxings, movie unboxings. I do a movie podcast, a superhero podcast, much more. So go ahead and check out the channel. Thanks for watching again. See you all next time.